Hello everyone, welcome to the Law Offices of Mary Kennedy. We are all excited for the December Visa Bulletin. I understand being an Indian national, you had been waiting for years to see that progress. So when we talk about the data filing or the visa, the progress and everything, one important criteria, as we all know, October is the fiscal year for the USCIS. So what happens is they start with the new numbers, visas, and that's flowing through. And also most of us know the family-based category, which is spelled over, means which is unused. That's what happened in COVID, and then we saw a huge movement. And we see that right now things are going on well. And one of the very fortunate appreciated moment of the USCIS is they are accepting the data filing, whereas the other months, if you look into it, it's only the final action dates. The final action dates still are behind, whereas the data filing is much ahead. So if you are eligible to file the 485, you had been waiting for years, please prepare yourself. And one important advice I would want you to be doing it is, most of the time we are in a rush to file it, but it's very, very risky. The documents get returned back for even a very simple mistake of not marking certain forms in the right way. So you need to pay attention, work with an experienced attorney so that your 485 package, which you waited till this year, has been completely rechecked thoroughly. Also, with the number of filings, what happens is more number of filings USCIS receives. It takes so long when the data filing has been accepted in the December bulletin, but we don't know how it's going to be in the January for sure. So what happens in case if you miss out and then you got to know in January, then you are losing all your prior years, 10 years of waiting period. And for someone who is aging out, you need to consult an attorney if you are in that age group. And more important, when your children are in the F1 status, you are eligible to file the 485. But the concern is, if you are going to be traveling out of country, how long do I have to wait before I plan for my travel? So the adjustment of status has a lot more of significance, and for people who had been waiting this long, it helps you to get your EAD and an advance parole, which allows you to travel out of country and coming back. But the important criteria of the advance parole is, once you apply for that advance parole, and in any case, if you're traveling out of the country, that gets abandoned. Anyone who has filed your 485 has to wait for the advance parole to travel out of country. I understand if you're in a non-immigrant status, which is a H1B, and you want to travel out of country, you are prepared to get your stamping and then come back. That's all well and good, but you need to consult an attorney if you have filed a 485. Don't lose your precious 485 that has been filed without consulting an attorney and planning your travel. Biometric has to be done. If at all you're out of country and then you get your biometric notice and you didn't go for it, your 485 application get abandoned, and there is a very well reasoning that you would have missed, because if the data filing is backlogged and then you're not in a position to even apply for it, then it's all abandoned. So please pay attention that what you need to do, it's not just filing the 485. After that, compliance of your 485 so that you get your green card, and then your children, if they are on an F1 status, and the question is, can they be included with my 485? Is absolutely, as long as they are below 21. Even when the data filing is current, you can include them. The concern is, being on an F1, it's not a dual intent. So be aware of it. You cannot travel and come back on the F1 status. It's going to be at the port of entry. Very, very high restriction, and you will be denied of your F1 and your entry to US. If you have an advance parole, then you consult your attorney and then plan for your travel. These are some of the very important points. I don't want to talk about what is the dates of the, you're all educated, and then you are well aware of the dates that is all moved from last month, this month, and nobody can predict what's going to happen. Every month we have to wait for it, and then we have to decide about it. And one more thing, the EB3 is moving forward far ahead than the EB2. If you're on an EB2, please try to talk to your employer, and there is a possibility you please go ahead and file for your EB3. And earlier the EB3 was not accepted under premium processing because if there is a downgrade, but recently I'm not generalizing because it depends on the processing center as well, but we were able to get some of the approvals in the downgrade of the EB3. So that will help you because you're investing so much of fees on the 485, and if you're downgrading and then you get the approval of the I-140 and then filing your 485 helps you to really be sure that the fees that has been paid towards that is valuable and there is no return of documentations or anything. Even in that case, if you have to downgrade it, considering if the dates are going to backlog, so please try to talk to your attorney and file it together as a concurrent downgrade of the EB3 as well as the 485 together. That's all possible. And one quick thing on the the priority dates. So on the every employment based, you are associated with the priority. It's yours. So anytime when you had been having a priority date on any other category, say for example you have an EB2 category and then the EB1A, in case if you are eligible for that and you get into that, or EB1C, so you can always transfer your EB2 priority date to that of an EB1. So consider that, and cross-charging. If your spouse is from a different country, then try to see that it has been captured. So these are all smaller datas and details, but pay attention to it. Make use of that opportunity if you are eligible and you fall under the category. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe so that you will be updated of the videos that's coming up. Thank you.